I have already unlocked ultra weapon crafting. I have gotten ultra armor, and I have tested, I have used it in fights, and I have gone up against it in fights in my grind. Let me show you what it was like on my first encounter. I am using a mythic SO14, which last season 4-shotted mythic 3-plate armor, eagle wing armor, okay? And so I am feeling powerful. I've been dominating lobbies all day until I encounter this ultra armor. Watch how it plays out. They're both together.
On Santos?
I'm at the bottom. I'm trying to be right behind you.
Second story weak. Knock the guy with ultra, knock the guy with ultra.
Let's go.
To your left, no, to your left, Santos. Down.
He's right there, Santos. He's not.
Bro, I'm hitting him like 50 times.
You see him? And he rewinded.
Did you see that? Look how many times I hit him with the SO14, mythic SO14, and it does not knock him. Look at this. This guy's already down. I hit the guy in the back there. 1, 2 for 45 for 48. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 shots. This guy's still not down. And it looks like he still has like at least a quarter of his health. Look at this. Look at this. Bro, I'm hitting. He walks away with almost, I mean, I cracked his armor. But how? Look at this. One more time.
He's right there, Santos.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Dude still had his whole health bar. Okay. Now check this out. This is a Jack 12, mythic Jack 12 against ultra armor. Point blank. Right here.
He might be going back up.
Boom, 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 boom. 20, 30, 30, 30, 30. He survives. He survives. Heals because they have medic. Medic heal smoke. No, bro. Takes me out. Alright. So I get serious. Alright, no. I'm not gonna let this happen. I need to craft ultra weapons. I managed to unlock SO14 Ultra. And I'm gonna show you how to do this in this video. But first, watch what difference it makes now with this ultra weapon. Okay. This is the mythic, Ultra SO14. And I run into some epic armor players. Yes. This is my first game using it. They're already climbing the ladder, bro. They're climbing the ladder.
They're up.
Easy. Easy kill. But does it hold up against ultra armor? Well, check it out. I run into ultra armor very soon after that game with the Ultra SO14. The guy with ultra armor is right here on the bridge. My teammate is knocked. My other teammate is over here, pinned down.
Kind of stuck here.
There's one.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and my teammate gets the final shot and kills them. Okay, much more reasonable. 5 or 6 shots. 5 with an Ultra SO14 and 1 with a mythic SO14 that Papa had on. He's low.
Go finish it. Go finish it. Never mind.
Come, push the finish.
One's finished.
Got the other guy. I got the other guy. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Emote on these guys. These are the same guys from earlier, and now with the ultra weapons and the ultra armor that we crafted, we were able to beat them. Ladies and gentlemen, the new season is here, and ultra weapons, ultra armor, ultra attachments have officially dropped, and they are absolutely insane. I have already unlocked ultra weapon crafting. I have gotten ultra armor, and I have tested, I have used it in fights, and I have gone up against it in fights in my grind, peaking at top 7 within the first few days of the new season dropping. And today I'm going to be showing you the fastest way to unlock this gear, this ultra gear, so that you too can dominate and not get absolutely destroyed by the ultra wearing sweats out there who already have this gear. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump in. Okay, so here is what the leaderboard sweats don't want you to know about how to get this ultra gear. So the way that you unlock it, there are 2 main ways to get it, okay? First thing to know is you're not going to be able to get it out of the shop. You're just not going to be able to get it even when you increase your trust level in the shop. You can see here the trust levels, they max out at level 8. And level 7 gives you mythic items, all mythic items unlocked. Level 8 gives you warehouse loot storage capacity. Hello? Where's the ultra gear? How are we supposed to get it if we can't buy it on the shop? Well, that is where the laboratory comes in and where crafting comes in. All right. These are the two main ways that you are going to be able to get ultra gear. Okay. So let's start by showing you the easiest one. The fastest one is actually going to be using the laboratory. The laboratory allows you to do different kinds of refinements, and these refinements range in rarity. You can do basic refinements, which is this blue color. You can do advanced refinements, which is this purple or epic color. Then you have elite refinements, which are this gold, or legendary color. And then finally you have a prime refinement, which is this mythic color. If you are able to go all the way up to prime refinements, you would be able to unlock the following gear, right? All these ultra weapons, the Ultra 117, the AK-47, the Type 19, the ISO, the VMP, the Outlaw, the Jack 12, and the SO14. Note, not every ultra weapon can be unlocked or acquired, or you can't get every ultra weapon this way, but you can get quite a few of them. And you can get all of the different types of armor. This is the Atlas armor, the Alpha armor, the Obsidian armor, the Gamma armor, and the Delta armor. So these are the 4 different types of armor you can get, and they are all given to you through the laboratory, as well as the Ultra Backpack. You can also, of course, get mythic gear. These are the different mythic gear you can get. And you'll notice the probability of getting ultra armor is set to 5%. The backpack is set to 33%. The mythic armor is set to 6%, and the backpack is set to 6%. So the highest probability pull on these prime refinements is actually the backpack. And from pulling 3 or 4 40 times, I can tell you that I've been getting all of my armors this way and my backpacks this way. I'm getting mostly armor, actually. I'll get a backpack or 2 and then a bunch of armor. So this is a really good way and a fast way to first get to your ultras. You do have to pay for each of these refinements, and the estimate is it's going to cost about 60 mil to unlock, and then about 60 mil to get the 10 refinements. And I do recommend you get the 10 refinements at a time, because if you buy them one at a time, it's 9 million per pull, versus if you buy 10 at a time, it's 60 million. So you save $30 million this way. So it's much better to get it through, to just save up the 60 mil and get a bunch of these armors in one pull. Okay, this is the fastest way for you to unlock your armors and possibly get your first weapon. Now, side note, if you pull enough of these, you'll be getting credits. These credits can be used in the exchange store, which allows you to buy armor straight out, allows you to buy backpacks straight out, and allows you to buy the weapons straight out. You can also buy the random ultra contraband crate. I did buy one of these crates already, and what I found is that you can basically open it kind of like a Kuiji crate, and what happens is you'll get one of these weapons with a random set of affixes. So you can also get one of your first weapons this way. If you don't care which one it is, you can try the random crate. And if you do care which one it is, you can save up to get whichever specific weapon you want. So the Atlas Laboratory is going to allow you to get ultra gear the fastest way. And if you are doing it by just getting these crates, it's going to be random, or you can go through the exchange and get something in specific, right? Then you have your second main way. Hey, just wanted to take a moment to invite you to the CODM DMZ Legends community. We are the largest DMZ community and have almost 2,000 members in here. We got people in here looking for teammates, right? Trying to find good players to play with, people who aren't just going to steal your loot and run off, right? People are actually going to work together, because DMZ is a team-focused game. If you feel like this might be something that could be fun for you, if you're looking for players to play with and play DMZ with, come check it out, hang out, check out the Discord. We look forward to seeing you in here. And for now, enjoy the rest of the video. Then you have your second main way of getting your ultra gear, and that's going to be by using the crafting mechanism. Okay, by going to crafting, what you're gonna do is you're gonna see that you have all these recipes, right? You have recipes for assault rifles, sniper, LMG, SMG, pistols, armor, and backpacks. And these recipes are found in the game. Where do you find them in the game? You find them on the bosses on Nikto. You find them on Serpent's Island in the bank vault. You find them when you're killing elite hostiles and you check their crates. You can find them there as well. And these recipes, the way they look in your warehouse, they look kind of like this. Okay, so these are going to be of different rarity. You have a mythic recipes, you have ultra recipes. Okay, and whenever you have a recipe that you want to unlock, you hit the unlock button right there. And what it does is it allows you to now go into the crafting menu and select that weapon. So for example, the AS Val used to be locked. I unlocked it and now it doesn't have the little lock icon on it. You can see this Lockman here is locked, but because I have it in my warehouse, if I go to the Lockman and I unlock it, now the recipe becomes unlocked, you see? So I have already unlocked my 117, I've unlocked my AS Val, I've unlocked my Lockman. I also have my VMP unlocked, you see? And then when you hit craft, what it does is it opens up your crafting menu and you're able to select material. Okay, so you need material to craft your weapons. And this material can be tracked, meaning if you check mark this tracked icon, whenever you're looting in the game and you find one of these items, it's going to show this star. Like this star right here that you see, for example, next to the golden snake, this star is going to show up when you find that item in the game to let you know that it's an item that you want, that you need to craft a recipe that you're trying to craft. You can select exactly which items you want to put into it, or you can autofill. I haven't noticed any difference between the items that you select and, anything. I haven't noticed any difference whatsoever. I'm usually just doing autofill, or for superstitious purposes, I'm saying, actually, I want this weapon to be crafted out of the data core and a snake. You know what I mean? Just kind of preference, and then you confirm that. And then you say, okay, how much material do I need? You need 95 pieces. Now you see right now, I only have 49 out of 95 because I've already crafted quite a lot of stuff and I don't have enough to craft another ultra weapon. So I need to find 95 total. I have 49, so I'm missing quite a few, right? And so these items are things these mythic materials are things you find in the game. Notice they're called materials, not loot. Now in this season, there is a difference between materials and loot. You can find a mythic item that has this brick icon in the bottom left. You see it next to the 4. There are these like 3 bricks stacked up on each other. It means it's a material, versus loot looks different. Loot does not have that symbol on it. Let me see if I can show you an example. Yeah, so loot has this diamond next to it. You see how this mythic jade box has a little like jewel looking thing in the corner, that jewel symbol in the corner? You can also see the same jewel symbol in the top left next to the word that says loot. It says jade box and then it says loot right next to it. So that symbol of that little like gem looking thing, that diamond looking symbol, means that it is loot, and it is only sellable. Loot can only be sold. It cannot be crafted. So if I go here and sell it, boom, I can get rid of it. However, if I go to a material, like let's say, for example, this little, this T3 ore, this T3 ore is also sellable. You can see the sell button right there. But you notice underneath the name of T3 ore, it actually says material. And next to the material word, there is a 3 gold bar looking symbol thing. And that symbol basically means that it is a material, not a loot item, right? So materials are what you need to craft. And when you get 95 of them, you can craft your first ultra weapon. Then you also need these universal weapon material things. These are basically the 3 requirements that when you fulfill these 3 requirements, you are able to craft this weapon. You can do this with any weapon rarity. For example, I can go and craft a legendary, I don't know, what should I craft? Maybe go to a legendary BP or a legendary 117. Let's do, just for giggles, let's just see if I can craft a Lockman. This is going to require 6 of these legendary materials. Okay, legendary materials, as you can see, are these here: the golden pistol, the vision goggles, the encrypted hard drives, Kumo-chan, etc. And then these universal weapon materials. Okay, so I need 1 of those, and I can confirm, and then I can hit craft. And voila, I have crafted a Lockman, and it goes straight to my warehouse. There it is. So you can do this with weapons of all rarity. Okay, this is how crafting works. You can also do it for armor plates. Now, after playing for over 40 hours in the first 3 days, myself, all my teammates, and my whole clan, not a single person has found these ultra armor recipes at all. I don't know if they exist even, because I have not found a single one. And so for that reason, I think it's going to be really important to unlock your what's it called, your Atlas laboratory. Okay, because this Atlas laboratory has a really good chance of giving you ultra armor. You can see here the prime refinements have a great chance of giving you ultra armor, and I have been getting all of my armor from here. So without those recipes, there's no other way that you can get them. I guess you could get them from the exchange, you know, but you're going to end up having to do refinements anyways to get credits. So you have to use the laboratory at this point in time to get ultra armor. I don't know of a way to craft them without the recipes, and I have not found a recipe after 40 hours of gameplay. And altogether with my clan, we probably have, I don't know, 300, 400 hours of gameplay altogether, and nobody has found a single one of these recipes. So for that reason, crafting will be really good for weapons, but I don't see it being good for ultra armor. However, it is useful for armor plates. You can cook up some Eagle Wing armor with a few materials and one of these universal armor material packet thingies. If you use those, you can actually craft an Eagle Wing. Okay, you can craft mythic armor this way, and this is super useful because it's actually a great way to stack yourself with Eagle Wing armor when you don't even have the ability to buy them yet off the black market, because mythic gear doesn't unlock until you get to like level 7 of trust. Let's see, trust level 2, level 3 you get backpack storage capacity, level 4 you get legendary items, level 5 you get armor storage capacity, some mythic items unlocked. Okay, so level 5 is what's going to start giving you mythic items. So until we get all the way to level 5, which is no way to go through that quickly, because you have to just do your daily tasks one at a time, and just, you know, once you finish your daily tasks, you have to wait until the new day. Then there's no other way to get to mythic gear, to mythic armor, other than crafting, which you can do right now. Okay, you don't even need recipes for them. Backpacks, same thing. You can craft mythic backpacks in the exact same way. You can use your material. You can use these universal backpack material thingies. Where do you find them? You find them in game. You just go, you loot around, you look in safes, you look in, you know, purses or wherever the heck, boxes, whatever containers you find on the map, and they will allow you to craft to get these materials that you need to craft your backpacks, your armors, your weapons, etc. So this is the way that you use crafting to get this stuff, right? To get these, to get this gear. I have not yet found an ultra backpack recipe. I have not seen it anywhere. I have not heard of anybody in the entire server of over almost 2,000 people finding this at all. So I gotta tell you, probably, I don't know if it's out there, but if it is, it's very, very, very rare, very rare. And so the best way to get your backpacks is going to have to be right now through the laboratory. Okay, so using the laboratory is going to be the best way to get those backpacks, because there is a big chance of getting them through this way. Just by doing the prime refinements, you're able to find the backpacks. So that's the fastest way to get them, and I gotta say, they're absolutely hitting. So I highly, highly recommend that you get into this game. You get specifically into Rebirth, which I found it to be the fastest way, and you just grind out a bunch of gear, a bunch of money, and a bunch of loot, so that you can use your crafting and you can unlock your laboratory prime refinements. Yeah, well, that's pretty much it. I hope that you enjoy the grind, and in this new this new season that honestly has quite a few downsides. Mainly the loot is worse. The loot is terrible everywhere, so you're gonna have to play a lot to get your loot up. And you know, we lost building 21 sadly, so we're not able to grind money all that quickly. That said, I did measure, and it seems like Rebirth Island is the fastest way at the moment. Serpent's Island gives good loot, and it might be a little bit easier if you're having trouble with Rebirth Island. But having played Rebirth Island nonstop for over 40 hours, I measured it, and we are able to outpace production on Rebirth Island then versus Serpent. So good luck out there, and I will soon be putting out a guide on how to loot Rebirth Island. Okay, how to actually make money on Rebirth Island, so that you can use that money to get your ultra gear and all your ultra weapons. So stay tuned for that. And for now, enjoy the grind and see you next time. Peace.